It's Friday, June 25th, 2021. Making a video this evening to wrap up the week. I want to share a few articles with all of you and just some thoughts that I was thinking about pondering a little bit earlier this afternoon. I'm going to share this with you, and please feel free to comment down below. The comments are so important. The knowledge means so much to so many people out there. So please continue the comments down below. But I want to start with this. I was watching Dan Golka's video yesterday, allegedly, and he was sharing in his video a video that he watched with Grant Cardone. Many of you probably have seen Grant Cardone, real high energy, motivational type guy. And he's a real estate guy. And he said in the video that investors are outbidding buyers. Now, I watched this video yesterday, and he used an example of a $450,000 house here in the United States. The average American, maybe he's an engineer, maybe he's some type of technician, or he's a plumber, whatever. He's gonna put a bid in, an offer in on this $450,000 house. Maybe he's gonna put $100,000 down, get a loan, finance $350,000. His payment's gonna be roughly $2,500. Well, then you have the investment money, or you have the institutional money coming in going, no, we'll offer $500,000 on the house, no contingencies, no appraisal. We'll close it in 7 days. Then we're going to take the house and we're going to rent it for $3,000 a month. That's $3,600 a year in rental income, and roughly that's 7.25%. And so that's what's happening. We're watching institutional money, we're watching investment money coming in and outbidding the buyers. This is happening all over the country, ladies and gentlemen, and it's becoming a very, very big problem. The investor and the institutional money is consuming single family homes hand over fist. And it's becoming a real issue for many Americans, and it is going to turn America into a renter nation. This is what we're watching now. People are not going to be able to afford to buy a house. They're going to be forced to rent. But I had a question here, and my question is this, and I would love to know what the answer is. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think. So if you take this analogy, $450,000, the investor is going to make $36,000 a year in rent, 7.25%. It sounds great, but what's going to happen when the renter, let alone can't afford to buy a house? What happens when the renter can't afford to even rent a house? The inflation that we're seeing is beginning to get very concerning. We have 12 million renters right now, which equals anywhere from 44 to 48 million people who are behind in rent, who are going to be facing eviction by the end of July. What happens to the investor, the institutional money, when they cannot rent these homes out because they can't get $3,000 a month? What if they can't get $2,000 a month in that house? It becomes a very, very big problem. And I think this is where you're going to see possibly the real estate bubble implode, burst. This is going to be big problems, because if people don't have jobs, if people can only find a job that gives them 12, 15, 20 hours a week, people can only earn $12, $14, $15 an hour. How in the world are they going to afford these rents? So please comment down below. I'd love to know the answer to that. I wish I could ask Grant Cardone that. I would have to ask him, what are you going to do when people can't afford to even rent the house? Right now, people are getting priced out of buying a home. Next, they're going to get priced out of even renting a home. Now, on the flip side of that, I was driving through a part of Riverside County the other day, and I saw in one house 9 cars in the driveway. Other homes, I saw 4, 6, 7 cars in the driveway. So maybe that's what we're going to see. We're going to start seeing multiple people, multiple families moving into these homes and paying these outrageous rental prices. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Article in The Hedge today. They're losing control of everything. Michael Pento warns the Fed will kill the economy. Michael Pento says the Fed will be responsible for the next market crash this year or next, making a very bold prediction there. I have no idea when it's going to happen. I have no idea, but it's going to happen, guaranteed. When they actually announce, he says this, when they actually announce they are tapering, and when they actually announce a date for tapering, that I will believe will be in August at Jackson Hole, he says. The market at that point will sell off absolutely. Either the economy will slow significantly on its own to slow the rate of inflation, which will cause the earnings per share to collapse and the stock market will collapse, or the Fed is going to kill it for you, he says. The Fed wanted 2% inflation. They got 5+% inflation. The Fed is going to kill the economy. Well, that's obvious. It's happening right now. Or the economy is going to roll over on its own, or both will happen. So very concerning times, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Pento, I've been watching him for years, and I really do appreciate a lot of things he's said over the years, and he's been correct. They're losing control of inflation. They're losing control of asset prices. They're losing control of the fiat currency system. They're losing control of everything. He goes on to say, we're going to go through iterations of inflation and then rapid, devastating deflation. I'm calling for a rapid and violent deflationary bust of asset prices probably early 2022. The sales are coming, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I remind all of you to get your debts paid off, to have some cash put away, to have some assets put away. He says at the same point, bond yields spike out of control. After that, you're going to see a problem with helicopter money like we have never seen before, and inflation like we have never seen before. Pento says he is long bullish on gold, long-term bullish on gold, short-term bullish on the dollar. And this is what I continue to buy. I've been buying probably more gold than silver, but if you don't have the means to buy some gold right now, do this. Buy some silver. It will never be worth zero. It's more volatile than gold, but it is not as volatile as cryptocurrencies. As I make this video, in the late evening here in Palm Desert, California, Bitcoin is down $3,200. This has been through economic collapses. It's been through currency collapses. It's been through Great Depressions. It's been through wars. It's been here for over 5,000 years, ladies and gentlemen. This is something right here that could really, really protect you in the worst economic collapse that is coming to America. So make sure that you diversify, that you have some cash, that you have some gold, that you have some silver. This is the stuff you want to be holding. Don't put this in a bank. Don't put this in somebody's vault. You need to put this somewhere you can get to in a time of emergency. If you don't know where to buy it from, I have a link down below. SD Bullion is where I've been buying 99% of all my silver and all my gold for the last couple of years, thanks to all of you people who recommended them to me years ago. So SD Bullion, link down below, check them out. I don't care if you buy gold or you buy silver. I don't care if you buy it. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't change my life. I don't care where you buy it from. If you do buy it, you can buy it from the pawn shop, the jewelry shop, the coin shop. My advice would be just make sure you buy it from a reputable dealer. But I do believe, and this isn't financial advice, I do believe you need to be holding some of this stuff. This is real. This stuff right here is real. It's never going to be worth zero. How many cryptocurrencies a year from now will be gone, worth zero, vaporized? Many of them. And again, Bitcoin down $3,200 as I make this video. Talk about safe havens. Let's talk about a safe haven. Safe havens Don't lose 10 or 20% overnight. And certainly, I mean, when you look at Bitcoin, it's down now $30,000 to $33,000 from its high. So be cautious if you're gambling in the Ponzi schemes. CNBC, Jim Cramer says to buy Nike on a pullback after its recent blowout quarter. Nike shares surged 15%, hit a record high as $50 billion sales outlook tops expectations. This is absolutely incredible here. Globally, Nike is seeing shoppers splurge on sneakers and fashion. They're buying gym shoes and they're buying sweatsuits to wear as people begin to socialize again. Now, what's interesting is, didn't they have sweatsuits before? Didn't they have sneakers before? If they weren't going out for the past year, wouldn't they be in pretty good shape? But no. Now I need new sweatsuits. I need new sneakers because things have opened up. The old things, the old sneakers and sweatsuits don't matter. I need new ones. You know, people tell me all the time, and as I'm reading this on CNBC today, it just gives me a flashback. You know, people tell me all the time that they have no money. They're broke. JB, I can't do what you do because I have no money. But these are the same people that go out and buy the $200, $300, $400, and $500 Nike sneakers. They're out there buying the $200 and $300 Nike sweatsuits because they need to socialize. They're the same people. You know, if you go and I look at these people on social media, friends of mine, and they're drinking the $7 latte. They're wearing the $300 sneakers. They have the expensive watch on. They're leasing the expensive car, but they don't have any money. Again, you know, maybe you got to cut out going to the bars. Maybe you got to cut out the beers. Maybe you got to cut out going to lunch a little bit, going out to dinner a little bit. Maybe you got to cut out the weekend trips. If you really want to do something, you can do it. And most people just don't want to sacrifice anything. They don't want to cut out the comforts. They want to drink the beers. They want the $7 lattes. They want the new sweatsuit. They can't cut it out. And if you don't make the sacrifice, you're not going to be prepared for what's coming. Time is running out. Ladies and gentlemen, time is not your friend. Time is getting short. This thing is getting closer every day. And these people that tell me that they don't have any money to buy metal, and they don't have money to buy emergency food, they don't have money to prepare. These are the same people that take the money that they do have and they just blow it. Again, this is the time where you're going to have to make sacrifices. This is the time where you got to cut things out of your life. And if you don't, you're going to pay the price when things collapse. I guarantee it. wolfstreet.com. Pay more, get less. Consumer income and spending chewed up by red hot inflation. Consumers got some remaining stimmies and extra unemployment checks and other stimulus funds from the government in May. Consumers spent this income in a heroic manner, but inflation ate a chunk of their spending this past May. People in America, you know these people, I know these people, family members, friends, acquaintances, cannot stop spending. And a lot of these people cannot stop bragging about the spending. They're posting on social media, look at my new sneakers, look at my new sweatsuit, look at my new Rolex watch, look at me. And the narcissism that continues blows my mind. It just boggles my mind that people continue to think like this. Real consumer income fell 2.4% in May from April. The heroic spending is petering out as the American consumer won't be able to keep up with inflation and the loss of stimmies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just common sense. You don't really have to be an Einstein here to realize that once the unemployment runs out, once the benefits run out, once the stimmies run out, it's all going to run out. People are they're going to be forced to cut back. Many people are going to be reliant on credit cards just to go to the grocery store and pay their bills. They're going to be reliant on credit cards. This thing is getting so out of control, and we are getting so close to something really, really bad happening. Another article here on wolfstreet.com. It's a perfect time to sell a home to FOMO. fear of missing out. There are people out there who are so scared that they're never ever going to be able to buy a house, the fear of missing out. And what are they doing? They're buying at, in my opinion, the biggest real estate bubble in human history. Now, I don't give financial advice, but I'm if you were sitting here next to me in the chair, if you were a family member, a friend, and you said, look, I'm thinking about selling my house, I would say do it now. Now, that doesn't mean everybody needs to sell their house. Maybe you bought your house at a great time, like 2010, 11, 12. Maybe you love your house. Maybe that's where you plan on living out your life. If you're in California and you sell your house, where are you going to move? Because the prices just are accelerating. Now, if you're looking to go back to the Midwest or maybe a place like somewhere in Texas, and you sell your home in California, you're probably going to do pretty well. Or what about maybe sitting on the sidelines, moving back in with family members, parents, maybe if you find a place you can rent and just sit on the sidelines for a while. I don't know how long it's going to be till this thing implodes. Maybe you have to sit on the sidelines for the next 12 or 18 months. Maybe it's 24 months. Maybe it's 2 weeks. Nobody knows. But when this market crashes, it's going to be like catching falling knives. Prices are going to be dropping so fast, and it's going to get hard to unload a house when this thing turns. But going back to what I wanted to say here, if you are thinking about selling a house and you have a plan to maybe moving back with the parents or renting, maybe you really need to think about it, because I think that this bubble is getting so close to bursting. And again, maybe you have a great house, you bought it at the right time, you have nowhere to go, then great, stay where you're at. But for the people out there thinking about it, and you have a plan, you have maybe the ability to move in with family members for a while or rent, or you have another location, I would highly consider doing it immediately. This bubble is not going to inflate much longer. Maybe it does. Maybe it goes on another 12 months. But if you sold your house today, I'm sure that you did very, very well. And yes, it could go up more. But at the end of the day, you did well, you made a lot of money, and you're safe. And you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for the sales. We're going to see, I truly believe, prices crash in housing. We're already seeing existing home sales down, 4 months, new home sales down, I think 3 or 4 months, lumber prices coming down. We're going to see a massive amount of homes hit the market after this eviction moratorium is lifted. Landlords are going to get out of this business. They're going to throw properties on the market, and they are getting out. 3 million homes in forbearance, mortgage forbearance. How many of these people are going to be able to get caught up? I have no idea, but you're going to see more people in the mortgage forbearance. They're going to have to sell their homes. They're going to sell their homes. They're going to put these homes on the market. So again, this fear of missing out, these people, I think, are really going to regret buying a home in this bubble, because when it bursts, I truly believe we're going to see home prices crash. And for the people out there who've paid down the debts, who have cash on the sidelines, who are holding some of this right here, when this stuff goes up, you sell it, you go buy yourself some real estate. That's my strategy. When I see gold and silver skyrocketing and I see home prices coming down, guess what? This gets sold and I go buy a piece of real estate. So anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Just wanted to share some of these articles with you and some of these thoughts. And I would really appreciate it if you would share your comments down below. So many people read those comments, just load it with knowledge. So continue to share your thoughts and your thoughts on the housing market and what you think is going to happen. And when do you think it's going to happen? What do you think we're going to see a market crash? What do you think that we might see a housing crash? Comment down below. Let's see what you're thinking. Anyways, have a phenomenal weekend. Stay safe out there. Say your prayers. All of you are extremely blessed. You're all blessed. You're breathing today. You're walking. You had a meal. You're watching this video. You're all blessed. I'm blessed. You're blessed. I'm blessed that you're watching this video. So stay safe. Stay close to God. And I look forward to talking to all of you very, very soon.